Hello, everyone. This is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and before we get started, let me just say that I have adjusted my volume settings in my Surface 4 Pro. I actually figured out how to do that, so let me know if this makes any bit of improvement. For the record, I always watch my movies through the Surface and through my Xbox One. They've always sounded fine, but I have noticed that watching them through a smartphone does not result in the greatest audio, so hopefully this will fix that. Aside from that, let's get into the news because I've got, oh boy, I've got a lot to report on today, and they're almost all about Uber and Lyft. So let's start with the first one, which is Uber has settled a class action lawsuit. This isn't the big one that was settled last year, but not approved by a judge. That was going to well, the original lawsuit from last year you might be thinking of was an attempt to get Uber to classify us as employees, not independent contractors. To my knowledge, this lawsuit brought about by Stephen Price asked for a very similar thing, but got settled as well, but for a much lower amount. According to this article, the ride-hailing company, along with the driver's lawyer, asked a state judge in Los Angeles Wednesday to approve a $7.75 million agreement to resolve claims stemming from its refusal to give California drivers the protections and benefits of employees. The accord allows Uber to keep classifying the drivers as independent contractors. The claims by Stephen Price, who sought to represent as many as 1.6 million California drivers in the class action, were brought under the state's so-called bounty hunter law, which gives employees the rights to step into the shoes of the state labor secretary to bring enforcement actions. Under the 2004 Private Attorneys General Act, or PAGA, the state keeps 75% of any penalties won. The remaining 25% is a reward for the workers who bring the case. Thousands of such lawsuits have been filed in the past 12 years. The Price case poses a special threat to Uber. The company in September won an appeals court ruling that potentially eviscerated a more advanced class action San Francisco federal court by forcing the vast majority of 385,000 California and Massachusetts drivers in the case to proceed through arbitration one at a time. But PAGA claims, like those filed by Price in state court, can't be shut into arbitration. So yeah, that's a lot of legal jargon right there, and even I'm not sure how much I understand it. But the bottom line is that basically someone brought a class action lawsuit to Uber, and Uber's trying to settle. And if it goes through, that's what you get. Now, $7.75 million sounds like a lot of money, but if it's approved, what will the drivers get? More or less $1. And that's it, $1. Measly dollar to have this issue go away. Now, here's the thing. I have always remained firm that I want to stay an independent contractor. I don't want to be an employee. Of course, with the way Uber treats us these days, it's getting a little bit harder to keep that stance, but I still believe that overall we have more power as independent contractors and employees, at least for ourselves. So, I mean, being an independent contractor means that when Uber ticks me off, I don't have to drive for months if I don't want to. So, whereas if I'm an employee and I don't like them, then I get fired and can never come back if conditions ever improve. So, I'll link to the full article below. It's quite interesting to read, actually. But, yeah, this is one of the reasons I don't participate in class action claims because, yeah, a measly $1. I don't know if it's worth it to you folks, but there you go. So anyway, what do you folks think of this? You for the class action lawsuit, against it? I'd like to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.